Hello, everybody. This is Toni Turner, and welcome to the Market Now as of Friday, November 1st at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Wall Street's main indexes advanced today, actually beautifully they advanced as investors welcomed data that showed U.S. jobs growth slowed less than expected in October, and China's factory activity expanded at its fastest pace in more than 2 years. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite hit a record high for the first time since July, while the benchmark S&P 500 notched its fourth record high this week. So, on that very cheerful note, let's go on and look at three charts that could give us some more insight into the week to come. First of all, let's look at a daily chart of our S&P 500 SPDR, symbol SPY. This is the ETF that closely tracks our benchmark S&P 500 index. Now today when I captured this chart, the S&P 500 SPDR was trading at $305.39 or about 30.53 on the S&P 500 itself. And by the way, this is trading at yet another all-time high today, as I just said. Now we have talked quite a bit in the past about the S&P trading in a range. It was trading in a wedge shape for quite some time. In a range, yes, but with higher lows starting in June and July this past summer, and then making higher lows, which is a good thing. And the line on top was flat resistance at about 302 or 3020 on the S&P. We finally broke out of that wedge again in the last 4 days of trading, and that's a positive thing. That's a good bullish point. Now, again, it's up at 305.39 right now. If it has to break lower, we've got tons of support here. We have support, of course, at this line. Was resistance, is now support at 302. We have, moving on down, we have the green line, the 50-day moving average, providing potential support at $296.69. We also have more support at this trend line coming in here at about 291. Of course, we've got price and moving average support at 288 and change. And on down. So we're in good shape here right now. We're bullish. The RSI is not overbought yet. It's at 67 or 65, I should say. And when we if it gets overbought, then it gets up over 70. If that happens, we could see a little pullback. MACD is doing well above the zero line. So a bullish day all in the market, a bullish look to the market. We also have, we're still in the thick of third quarter earnings season, and of course we're entering into what seasonality declares are the three most profitable months of the year, November, December, and January. So at the moment anyway, while we're keeping our stops in and stops firm, we're in a good place in the market at this moment in time. That's all we can ever ask for. Our next chart is a chart of the Invesco QQQ. As you all know, the QQQ represents the NASDAQ 100 index, or follows it. Very important index in the market with all of the big large cap momentum stocks leading it. Now, when I captured this chart today, the QQQ is trading at $198.01, breaking above its prior all-time closing high, July 26, at $195.29. Price, again, sits right now at $198.10. The QQQ was also moving in a wedge formation over the past few months, and as you can see here, I drew this line that we've had for a long time, ever since summer, right at the 195 line. Finally, in the last week, the QQQ broke above that 195, and again, we're at about 198. So we're in blue sky territory, as we like to call it, meaning that whatever stock or index is trading above or recently trading above its all-time highs, now it doesn't have any resistance that is prior, that's been there before. Now all the new levels of pullbacks and resistance that it makes. It will be doing it on its own, of course, and depending on all of the news that comes in. So we're doing well here again. The RSI is not yet overbought. That's a good thing. It's at 64. It's not up to 70. The MACD is in good shape. So keep our stops in place, but we're in a good place at this moment in time with the QQQ. Our final chart for the day is the ETF MG Drone Economy Strategy ETF. We've not looked at this before. There's some great new ETFs out on the market. If you look up ETF MG, that particular company, on the web, you'll find that they have some very interesting ETFs out. As I was going through some of their offerings, I was looking at the iFly ETF. It's made up of 57 companies that work to develop, research, or utilize drones as a major part of their business model. There's 57 of those companies. If we look and see the top components, it's Aereo Environment, Parrot, Boeing, Bay Systems, Honeywell, all those kinds of guys. And when I captured this chart today, the iFly was trading at $36.15. Now, please know, this ETF does not have enough shares for you to day trade it. This is more of a trade or a longer term trade, maybe even a little longer term hold than that. It is certainly not a day trading stock. It doesn't have the volume as of yet. Now, if we look back here on the left side of the chart, and you can't see the December movement here, but most everybody here came down and made a violent move down. Actually, it was a 20% fall for most stocks and indexes back last December, almost a year ago. This fall came down here. iFly came down, made a nice V-shaped recovery of actually 28% from its lows in December all the way back up to this really, really nice move back up to actually its highs here at the beginning of March, 28% move. Very nice, straight up. Then, of course, like happens to most, it got a little tired, a little worn out, came down, fooled around in March, back up, moving lower in March, back up in April, tried to make a higher high but couldn't hold it, came down and made a slightly lower low here. Then it's been fussing around and moving around through July and August like most equities out there, most equity ETFs out there. Finally got through August and the 200-day moving average, then burst up, moved up, has pulled back here. I think quite a bit of this pullback had to do with, of course, Boeing being a top component in this particular ETF, may have had something to do with that. Now, however, in the last month, in October, it's moved nicely and orderly, which I like that word orderly when I'm trading. It's moved in an orderly fashion up and over its 50-day moving average, walked up that line for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and today looks like it's breaking higher. Again, when I captured this chart, trading at $36.15, above its 50-day, its 20-day, and its 200-day moving average. Now, I like the looks of this breakout here today. If the market remains relatively positive in the coming week, I may add shares of the iFly to my trading portfolio. If it can move above resistance highs up here at 37. And by the way, the all-time high for iFly was September 2018 at 39.56. So we're not there yet. So if the iFly can move up here, if it can fly up and gain altitude and move over this resistance high here at about 37, I may add more shares to my position. I'm going to place my initial stop down here at 35. I know it's a pretty tight stop, but it's below the 50 and the 20-day moving average and this support here, price support coming in a little above that. So that's where I'm going to put my stop as a close below that 35 line. If and when iFly can continue to fly here, I will switch my stop to a trailing stop. Could be the 50-day, a close below the 50-day moving average. Or if I want a tighter stop, I can use the 20-day moving average. So if the market continues to be strong in the coming week, you may want to keep an eye on the iFly fly. And now, for upcoming economic reports, but please join us this coming Monday for our next session of Tony's Market Club. If you're not sure how you can make money in the market right now, let us help. During our session, we talk about which side of the market to trade, have a mini trading lesson, and I give you stocks and ETFs that may become ripe for high potential trades. And our trades have been doing very, very well lately. Can't attend the live session? No problem. The recording is available to all of our members just a few minutes after the session ends. Tony's Market Club is a low-priced, high-value opportunity to learn more about the market, how to trade more successfully, and how to make more money. So please join us. For more information, go to the link on this screen or simply click on the button below. And now for the upcoming week's economic reports, and do remember we're still in the middle of earnings season. Not much going on economic report-wise on Monday. On Tuesday, we have the ISM non-manufacturing index. Wednesday, we have our usual crude inventories at about 10:30 a.m. Thursday, we have our usual jobless and nat gas inventories. Friday, we get the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report, the final one. Again, join us for Tony's Market Club this coming Monday. Don't miss out on this terrific opportunity to raise your trading skills and your trading profits. Until next week, keep green on your screen. I'm Toni Turner, and this is The Market Now.